The main thing is to make HaKadosh Baruch Hu the king. Everybody's busy. Don't be like the Zohar. What the Zohar says, everyone comes Rosh Hashanah like a dog. Hav, 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 hav. Give me. Parnasa. No, you gotta make Hashem the king. There's no personal prayers almost in the prayer book of the Mahzor Rosh Hashanah. Everything's about HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Melech. What do we have to do? We have to understand what is a Melech. A Melech had the ability to go and decide if you made him upset. Off with your head. That's it. You're done. You're toast. He killed you. Nobody could stop him. It is what it is. So a person has to know that you have to have that type of respect and fear of the king. We know the story with Paro. He had the baker. How did the baker be in? How was he in jail? And Yosef was able to speak to him. Is because Paro found in his bread a pebble. A pebble. You go biting the bread, you had a little bit of crunch. He said, oh, it hurt my tooth. How dare you put pebbles in my bread? Oh, dungeon. That's it. Imagine, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not like that with us. Oh, yeah. How many times did we have a pebble in our bread that we gave to Hashem? Our prayers, with the distraction with the phones, and our learning, in the middle of learning, our heads missing, and then in the middle of, we could have done with L'Shem Shamayim, we did it for ulterior motives, the mitzvah. We mixed in pebbles, rocks into our mitzvot. And Hashem could have decided, that's it, dungeon. And he doesn't. But he has Rahamim, because he's Avinu, Malkeinu. He's our father also. But a person has to remember Malkeinu. He has to remember HaKadosh Baruch Hu is our king. And what? As the person, imagine, wealthy landowner, right? Back in the day, there were slaves. A person owned land. He bought a slave. He brought him home. 24 hours a day, this guy was on call. You go and tell him, listen, 3 o'clock in the morning, hey, slave, shh, wake up. Hey. He said, what? I'm sleeping. What do you want from me? 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. He says, I want you to start, get an early start in the workday. You got to get up, start bringing all those bundles of wheat from the field. He says, it's dark outside. Who wants to go? It's freezing outside. Who wants to wake up so early? But the slave is not able to do that. The slave has to do it. Why? Because he's the one who owns him. He's the one who has the right to tell him what to do. So therefore what? He says, you can't tell him, wait, let me make a cup of coffee first. Wait, give me 10 more minutes to sleep. Nothing. The second he calls, you gotta get up. That's it. You gotta go. You can't say, listen, I'm busy. Now's not the right time. Sorry, I have a break out of town. I have a wedding to go to. I have an event. I went to sleep very late last night because I went to an event. I can't wake up this morning. Let me sleep in today. There's no such thing. How many times I ask guys, hey, why don't you come to Shahrit? Why don't you come to Slihot? Oh, I had an event last night. I came home 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Imagine a slave. Imagine a guy, a slave, he gives these excuses to his owner. There's no such thing as such an excuse. So how come we give ourselves those excuses? When we're really Avdei Hashem, we're really slaves to Hashem. You can ask somebody, he says, what do you do? Very famous question people ask each other. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? So the guy says, oh, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a barber, I'm a this, I'm a that. In America, they identify with their job or who their essence is. And it's not so true. Your job is something you do, but you make parnasa with that, but it's not your life. What are you? What do you do? What are you? What's your essence? What do you do with your life? Your person's supposed to say, Aved Hashem. I'm a servant of Hashem. I'm a slave of Hashem. Hashem created me. Hashem he's my king. He has the ability to tell me what to do. He runs my life. I do what he does. I do what he says. I do what he tells me to do. So a person, he can go and tell the slave master, listen, I was up late last night and I can't get up and this. Excuses? No, I'm not pitom excuses. Kadosh Baruch Hu was the king. And Chas Shalom, don't take advantage of this, that he's our father. You have to remember, he's the king. So just like a slave gives up his entire personality to Hashem, so too, us as Abdei Hashem, we have to do the same thing for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So now we know that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, we know that he was about to die, he was about to pass away, and the sages of Rabbi Natan says that he was crying. And they asked him, why are you crying? Why are you crying before you pass away? Now you're going to pass away. Shat Mita, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. He's going to go to Gan Eden. Where's the Shayla? What's the question? Of course he's going to Gan Eden. Lama uboche? Why is he crying? So Gemara says, I see Shnei Drachim Lefanai. I see two paths in front of me. One to Gan Eden and one to Gehenom. And I don't know which way they will be taking me. Ibi? Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai. You're the greatest leader of the generation, the greatest rabbi. How could you ever have a safek? How can you have a doubt that you're going to go and get Gehinom? So he says, just like Hashem is not like a flesh and blood king, right? If a flesh and blood king is angry at you, he's angry at you only temporarily. He doesn't like you. He only doesn't like you temporarily. He passes away. His son could be he likes you. The king's son could be he's not angry like his father. But then Melech Malchei Malachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, the King of the universe, is forever and ever. If he's upset at me, he's upset at me forever and ever. After you pass away, you can't make Teshuva. And then if he imprisons me, right, the guy who's the king, if he imprisons me, it could be that I'll get out. If not, if he kills me, so then I only die in Olam Hazeh. I still have Olam Haba. Or I can appease him with words of gift, bribe him with gifts. But Melech Melchei Malachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, the King of the universe, none of those things don't apply. So therefore, what he says? Why was he crying? He was crying. Maybe they're going to take him to Gehinom because he knows he did. He knows he did. The question is, did he do enough? What happens? A person cannot be in a contradiction. Don't be a contradiction. He went to a wedding. Oh, Rabbi, I went all the way to New Jersey. I came back. Oh, it's a very, very hard drive. This, that. And what? You see him 8 o'clock in the morning on the phone with business. 8 o'clock in the morning, he wakes up. Shas Bridot, I'm there. Give me 20 minutes. He grabs a coffee. He grabs a bagel. He's there in the store, open for the customer. But for Slichot, Rabbi, I barely slept. Listen, this, that, da. Hashem says, if you take the business like this, and for your trip to Dubai like this, for this, no, for prayer, no, I'm the king. You're my slave. How can you make excuses like that? So a person has to know. Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai also was nervous. He said, I see 2 paths. Why would they take him to Gehinom? I know I did. The question is, did I do enough? Baruch Adonai Olam.